Hi, this is Robert Plenick, the owner of Brutal Iron Gym. I want to share a quick video today. I am on a time crunch and I'm trying to get a good chest workout. And I thought it would be a fun topic to kind of share in case anybody else was in the same situation. Also, if you just want to get a kick-ass chest workout and still have time to do back or some other body parts. So what I'm actually doing today is I'm going to superset a chest isolation, which can be like a machine fly, cable fly, dumbbell fly, just any kind of chest isolation with a chest press. Pretty simple in concept, but I'll show you how I'm applying it today. And then I'll kind of talk through the concepts, the choices, and we'll just kind of go from there. So what I'm actually doing today is I'm using our free motion chest fly machine, like chest press. I'm gonna do flies on it. And then I'm also supersetting that with, we have a special bench press here. It's hard to see with the sun, but our bench press has the ability to do reverse banding. There we go, now we can see a little bit. So you see the bands that are up here and the bars that go across the top. So I can actually reverse band this bench press. And my dad actually made this bench for because no one else makes one that has reverse band capabilities. So I love reverse banding for overload for weaker strength-based clients and or say like female clients who are getting to start to bench around their body weight. It's a great way to help overload the muscular and skeletal system to get a bigger jump in strength. So we do a lot of reverse band work. So that's why we made the bench. So pretty cool. Now, why am I picking these? I'm picking a chest isolation cable fly. Number one, because it's really close to the bench press. And number two, I like this variation. I feel like I have good control with it. You can play with the angles. So it gives a little more variability within, rather than like say dumbbells where you're only going against gravity. So the cables, you can kind of modify your body position. You'll see that I'm actually going to sit forward to get more of like a cable crossover type feel to it. Now the reverse banding, the reason why I'm doing this is whenever you have reverse banded and you're at the bottom of the press, it does deload the weight at the bottom. So the weight at the top is heavier than what it would feel like at the bottom. But as you press upward, your chest still has to contract to finish bringing in your upper arm bone into that lockout position. So it's a way to kind of overload that chest contraction. So when I'm pressing this, I'm intentionally not using just my triceps. I am pressing a weight a little bit lighter than what I normally would if I was doing for pure strength. And I'm focusing on squeezing my chest as I get to that lockout. So what I've done so far is I was doing sets of 10 on the chest fly, and then I did a plate on here for just like 135 with reverse banding for 2 sets of 20. Then I did 185 with the reverse bands for 2 sets of 10, 225 for 2 sets of 5. Now I'm going to hit 275, I think, for just probably a single, and then I'll do another kind of single. And then the last set is just kind of free for all, whatever I feel like doing. Whether I want to do a high rep set, medium rep, or another heavy. But it's 2 sets of 20, 2 sets of 10, 2 sets of 5, then 2 like singles or doubles, and then just a last round flying through it. So let's have fun watching me die, and I'll take you through a set. So there we go, set this up. So for this, I'm looking for a huge range of motion because I want to get a really good stretch on my chest. So I'm going to be sitting forward and really kind of extending the motion. Okay. Good stretch and squeeze all the way in. So the isolation on the chest, you're not looking for maximal weight load. You're going to be looking for maximal quality. We want to maximally stimulate the chest, and then when we go to the press, the chest is already pre-exhausted, but your front shoulders and your triceps are fresh, so they can help kind of push that chest into further action and get more accumulated damage. So it's beneficial to do the isolation before the compound movement, and a compound movement is just a fancy term for an exercise that involves more than only one muscle. Isolation is something that isolates only one muscle. So when we're doing this, I have no clue how many reps I'm at, but I'm getting a good stretch in my chest and keep my hands down. If you notice, they're below the height of my shoulders, so I get maximal stretch in my chest fibers. If my hands are as high as my shoulders, that's more so in the front delt, which is not what I want. So I'm going to make sure that stretches in the chest, that I'm squeezing all the way together. We'll say that was 10. It feels like it was. Now, what I'll look for is on the press, Like I said, for this one, I'll just be doing a quick single, then we'll talk some more. Okay, good position, everything nice and braced. So I'm gonna pick up my upper back and squeeze my shoulder blades together. I'm gonna push through my feet to squeeze, push my head up the bench basically, and try to squeeze my lats and my shoulders down towards my hips. Bring the bar out where I want it. Unrack, take a big breath. Squeeze the back. Boom. Okay. That was pretty easy because I was talking a lot. So typically the rest ranges, the rest periods you'd have between these two are going to be about a minute, maybe a minute and a half. So let me go ahead and make this a little heavier, and then we'll get one more set, and then I'll show the concepts. And typically this is my rest period, would be however long it's taken me to change the weight. Then maybe get a swig of some liquid and then go from there. So if you timed it out, probably about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. But this whole workout in total can be done relatively quickly and definitely in under a half hour. So we'll come on back and we'll keep this going. Okay, same thing. Gonna look for roughly, like we said, around the 10 reps. Get a good stretch, good pump, good squeeze, all the good stuff. Good one. And like I said, one of the benefits of this machine is I like this position where I'm leaning forward off the seat. Really feels like I'm getting a good stretch into the connective tissues of the chest into the upper arm. But I can lean back if I wanted to and do more of a swooping lower motion for the outer chest. I could lean back and do more of a high arc over my face with my thumbs angled inward for more of the upper chest. So you can really kind of choose the positioning, and I'll usually switch it up every time I do this workout. Make sure I don't just beat the same area up all the time, make sure I have good even development. Helps with full aesthetics development and for really strong connective tissue into the joints. So if you're picking on every angle has to be strong. We'll say that was 10, I have no clue how many it was. Then I'll set back up here for a good single. Okay, sorry for all the sun and everything. Hopefully it's still visible enough to see some good quality. Okay, so same thing. Get myself centered on the bench, center the bar, hands where I want them. Pick up my shoulder blades and squeeze. Push through my feet to get tension on my upper back. Okay, bring the bar out. Take a big breath when I unrack, and then take a big breath before I press. Did a couple extra reps just to maximize the time being there. So that's the fun, that's the idea. So a couple sets of an isolation movement. Again, you can do dumbbells, you can do a machine if you want to, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Anything that's chest only keeps your triceps out of it. Then you have the compound movement, which today, as like I said, I'm doing the reverse band benching. But you can do regular band, like regular bench. You can do machine press, you can do dumbbell press. Really any kind of compound movement, something that works your chest and involves the triceps as well. So my chest is pumped up pretty good, so I'm happy about this. So I'll probably sneak in one more round and then I'll run out the door and get going. But I thought this would be helpful to share like a fun structural idea. Again, 2 sets 20, 2 sets 10, 2 sets 5, 2 singles, and then a fun set. And you should definitely be able to get that done in under half hour as long as you're moving pretty quick. Okay, well, if you need anything from us, our website is www.brutalirongym.com. My email is brutalirongym@gmail.com. So if you want any programming ideas, any workout structures, anything like that, let us know. Also, check out our podcast. We have a daily podcast. It's almost 100,000 downloads. Pretty awesome resource for nutrition, training, mindset, and Q&A. You can check that out on any podcast platform under the name Brutal Iron Gym. Okay, thanks for watching, and I hope this was helpful.